Yes, mate. Oh, that deserves a picture.
He's known as the Supervet.
You all right, mister?
That's good. It's going to make you stand again.
Very gently hold that.
His extraordinary vet practice and cutting-edge procedures
Hi, mate. 25 years ago, I would have said it was impossible.
have saved the lives of thousands of the nation's pets.
Oh, that's so good.
Well done. Good girl. Good girl.
Professor Noel Fitzpatrick and his team are constantly developing new treatments where other options have run out.
All right, all hands on deck. Let's get into theatre now. Nothing about this fracture is textbook. This is totally unpredictable.
And when hope fades,
I'm not telling you that he has to be put to sleep. Okay. But I am telling you that we do have some big decisions to... I'm sorry.
Noel continues
All right, let's go.
to search for medical solutions,
I'm not God. I am just a bloke trying to do his best.
Come on then, baby.
offering a chance
I've got my dog back with bells and whistles on.
against all the odds.
It's okay, Baba. It's okay.
I just think it's amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
At Fitzpatrick Referrals, dogs come in all shapes and sizes.
Hello, gorgeous.
But everyone has their favourites.
Big dogs are the best dogs to cuddle because they're usually the fluffiest dogs that we have.
I would say that the bigger they are, the more soppy they are, definitely.
Sometimes they're not aware of how big they actually are, and when they give you the paw, it's like being hit by a truck, but they don't mean any harm. They're quite cute.
They have that big look on their face. They do the puppy dog eyes really well.
Waiting in the car park is Bear, a 95-kilo English Mastiff, who's been referred by his local vet for a ligament injury in his back leg.
Bear's been limping a little bit since about October, and they thought that he'd maybe done a little bit of damage to his knee. But something happened yesterday, and I don't know what went on. He can't walk at all. Like, his toes are just trying to touch the ground, and he won't put all of his weight on it. And obviously, being a big dog, that's really hard for him to walk. And he's in a lot of pain. And so, yeah. Here.
Come on, Bear.
Bear lives in Wiltshire with Sarah Jane and her large extended family.
We've got like a full household, 3 children, 4 dogs. What's going on? Yeah, it's quite busy. He's the calm in the chaos, I would say, Bear. And comes for hugs when you want them, and he's always happy to see you. He would just sit on your lap like a lap dog, but obviously a 95-kilo lap dog. Yeah, he is my little cutie, really.
Sarah Jane's choice of dogs has evolved over the years.
I bought a Labradoodle because they're kind of compact and bijou and very well behaved. And then we bought a Great Dane, and I fell in love with him. And then I fell in love with having a big dog that you didn't have to bend over to pat, or that comes and sits on your lap for a proper hug. Somebody suggested an English Mastiff, and we decided that we would go and have a look just to see if it was something that we thought would fit with our family. And when we got there was these puppies that were like just so squidgy and fluffy. The next thing you know, we were on the M4 back from Wales, and there was 2 English Mastiffs in the back of the car. So Bear and Stu are both from the same litter. When one barks, the other one barks. And you can tell that they are blood brothers. They're just, they stick together like glue, and they sleep together at night time and love each other. So it's quite funny. People say to us about looking after big dogs and what it's like. Like, friends and family turn up and go, I just couldn't deal with the slobber. But we're so used to it now. We know when to duck, we know when it's coming. We have plenty of slobber towels. But I never thought I'd love big dogs the way I do. And I don't think I'd ever, go for a smaller dog again. They're like little humans. They're just adorable, and you just have to learn to step over them.
Bear will need to be assessed, but first, Noel must get the 95-kilo Mastiff inside.
Now then, Bear. This is a match for any bear. Now, big fella.
Big guy in
yeah, we've got the big guns in. The big guns are in. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Good boy. Okay, big guy.
We'll try
Good.
and put his
No
weight on
worries,
it.
no worries. Let's just walk. If you walk this way, Mark. Thanks. Okay, great. If you could go to the other side and just hold this as well. I'll just do a baseline video, please. Yeah. Okay, off we go. Yep.
Come on then.
Okay, big guy.
Boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
Come on then.
Good boy. Good boy, Bear. Good boy. Okay. Come on in, big guy. Come on.
Come on, baby, I'm coming. Take that.
Go in here. He's a beautiful boy, isn't he?
Yes,
Oh, he's a beauty. Let's just look at him first. Have a little look here. Hold his head end, SJ, please. Thank you. You see his finger?
Yeah.
When I hold his femur with my thumb and my rest of my hand, and I put my finger on the front of his tibia,
Yeah.
watch what happens when I flex his ankle. The tibia pops forward.
Yeah.
It should not do that. This breed have an increasingly upright pelvic limb. Now, we don't know for sure, but it's believed that that predisposes to rupture of the ligament because the femur is like a truck parked on a hill.
Yeah.
The steeper the hill, the more likely the truck is to go down the hill. Right, grab a seat there.
Go on then, babe.
Thanks, good. All right, so that's the femur, that's the tibia, that's the truck parked on the hill, which is represented by the green line. And over time, this front one of those two ligaments may have frayed. It's like your shoelace finally breaking, having been fraying for quite a long time. We never just replace the ligament in a dog of this size
Okay.
because it will just rupture again.
Yeah.
What we do is we make a curved cut in this region here, and by rotating the tibial plateau, we park the truck on a hill which is more level and it doesn't slip. He didn't suddenly do this. You might think he did,
Yeah.
but he probably didn't. Probably he's genetically predisposed to this.
Okay.
So it is possible in the vast majority of cases to get them out of pain and to get them walking well again after 6 weeks.
Okay. You gonna do the operation tonight?
Don't know yet. I have a trauma case that got run over by a car
Oh God.
that may require surgery.
Right.
So it's most likely that I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to take him through.
Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
All right, big guy. Off you go, mate. Good boy. Good boy. He's a lovely fellow, isn't he?
Oh, he is. He's adorable.
Yeah, he's
he's
a
a big
sweetie.
softie.
What's he called? Bear?
Yeah.
Bear reverse.
95 kilo.
Really? 95.2.
Right.
That's whopping.
Oh God, you're gonna get me going now. I don't know why I'm crying. Yeah, it'll be all right. But he's with the best vet, so it's like the best place he could be. Noel's promised to make sure he's pain-free, so that makes me happy.
Come on, big guy.
Waiting in prep to see Noel is an emergency who's been hit by a car.
He's got really pretty eyes.
Hello, mate. How you doing, sweetheart?
3-year-old Siamese cat, Bluebell, has a crushed pelvis and limp leg.
Oi, 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 oi.
Mark and Julia are waiting anxiously in reception.
Got a little thing, isn't she?
Yeah.
Stand her up. All right, sweetie pie. Good girl. I know, it's very painful, I know. You feel that? Can you pull that back? No? I think she can feel it. It's just the pelvis is so painful. She doesn't want to pull it back. Yeah, that one's much stronger. So that's...
All right, baby.
Yeah, it's just too painful to move. Gosh, that's not very good, is it? No. Okay, all right, I'll go and talk to them. Thank you. Okay, come on in. What happened?
Well, she was let out, and then one of the neighbours came and knocked and said, "Mark, I think your cat is in our bush." So his son had said that he saw a car drive away and then saw Bluebell sort of limping.
Okay.
I could hear her wailing.
So I just brought her back indoors, and then placed her on the floor, thinking that she was going to stand up, and she just collapsed. And she tried to pull herself, and as she did, there was blood on the floor. We couldn't see where it was coming from.
Right.
We didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you.
Okay. If we look at this X-ray picture here, so you can see there that this part of the pelvis is separated from there and pushed inwards, and this entire side of the pelvis is separated from the sacrum there and shunted forward.
Oh dear.
You've got a fracture down along this part of the pelvis. You got a separation here, and you've got crush fractures in here. The bottom line is we've got to fix it. But at the moment, she's in quite a lot of pain. The right hind leg isn't working too well.
No, that's the bad one. That's one that hangs.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that. It's possible you could have nerve damage on that side.
Where you say her nerves on that leg, yeah, so let's say worst case, does that mean she would have a limb?
So in the worst case scenario, if the nerve down the back didn't work, you could lose the leg.
Right.
Okay.
And we'll probably crack on and try and fix her tonight, if that's okay with you,
Yes, perfect, yeah.
because we believe that that's in our best interest. Okay?
Yeah. Will we hear anything tonight?
Absolutely. I'll phone you when I'm done. Yeah, whatever time. You'll get a call.
Okay, brilliant. I'm really sorry you've had to stay late.
No, it's fine. I mean, actually, I'm never concerned about myself, only about the nurses. And I've asked them before I came down, would it be okay? And they said it will be okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, talk to you later, okay?
Yes, great.
All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Noel and his team must work fast to check Bluebell's injuries, to get her out of pain and attempt to save her leg.
The damage is more severe than we expected, and the risks are probably higher than we thought.
It's, well, it's devastating, really.
Siamese cat Bluebell is having emergency surgery after being hit by a car. Noel will repair her broken pelvis and assess the extent of nerve damage to her leg.
I've decided to use an external skeletal fixation frame to stabilize the fracture fragments, reduce the pain and swelling. Okay, so I've got 3 pins in the front segment and 3 pins in the back segment now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the front and back segments as anchors to pull the fracture fragments apart and realign them, and then clamp them together. That's it. Stay there. That's fine. That's fine. Stay there.
You can hold the other piece as well if you want.
No, I got it. I got it. Wow, no wonder it's painful. Nerve is being jabbed by a big sharp piece of bone here. And there's that white thing there is the sciatic nerve. You can see the spiky bit of bone sticking straight into it. If that gets damaged, the leg doesn't work. Give me that.
Noel realigns the bone segments, moving them safely away from the sciatic nerve, in the hope that permanent injury hasn't already been caused.
So it's quite tricky actually to get that back in alignment. And what we've done is we've put 3 little screws here and 2 wires to hold the fracture together.
Finally, Noel uses a pin to guide and hold the left side of the pelvis back in place.
So this should now hold everything together until it heals. Bluebell should feel much more comfortable quite quickly now that things are not moving around. So what we do now is just stitch everything up, join the frame together, and we're done.
I'll get the doors. Oh.
Hello.
Hi Mark, it's Noel here.
Hi.
You
gone?
Bit more challenging than I'd hoped. The right-hand side of the pelvis was quite crumbled.
Okay.
It was clearly evident that one big spiky bit of bone was sticking in the sciatic nerve. That would explain why the leg wasn't moving, because the nerve was running over a spear effectively.
Okay. I hope you feel like it went well and you're happy.
I did. I felt it went as well as it could.
Okay, brilliant.
To get some sleep.
Yeah, and you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, little muffin. What are you doing in there?
It will be several weeks before Noel will know if there is any permanent damage to Bluebell's leg. Fitzpatrick Referrals has around 17 specialists on hand at any time.
Now, the reason I've got Claire in here with me is because Claire is one of the world's leading experts in this particular condition.
They share their knowledge and expertise about patients and their different ailments.
Is medial sciatic or is medial femoral?
The medial should be more femoral.
Right.
10-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever Henry was admitted yesterday with a damaged disc in his spine.
Take a seat and I will let them know you're here. All right? Thank you. No worries, thank you.
Valerie has been advised to go ahead with surgery, but she's requested to speak with Noel first.
I'm in a bit of a dilemma because it's surgery, which is risky, but I'm here to make a final decision with Noel. Henry's got a paralysed back leg, and this spine problem is not going to go away. I'm obviously very upset. I haven't slept properly. I'm just hoping that we can improve the quality of Henry's life. For Henry, not prolong his life for me.
In Tunbridge Wells, Henry has lived with Valerie since he was an 8-week-old puppy.
Henry is one of the liveliest dogs I've ever had. He's got a huge personality. He always wants to be in on the action. And he loves to play, and he mostly loves to be cuddled.
When Henry first arrived, he had an older brother, Rupert.
He was a wonderful friend to Henry. He was a wonderful companion for me.
But when Henry was just 2 years old, his big brother Rupert fell ill.
He collapsed in the garden. I took him to the vet and nothing was identified. So we didn't think any more of it. By July, he was finding it very hard to breathe. He had developed a growth in his chest cavity. They did take it out, and very unfortunately, he bled to death on the operating table. And it broke my heart. Broke my heart. I don't think my friends or family had ever seen me so distraught.
A few years later, Valerie welcomed her third golden retriever, Paddington, as a companion for Henry.
What I love about retrievers, it's their personality, which is so gentle, so willing, so smiley. They make you happy.
Sit down. No, darling, no. You can sit. Good boy.
Well, I don't have any children. Therefore, they're like my children. Because I lost my darling Rupert in such tragic circumstances, it has made me much more aware that if something is wrong, I have to get any one of my doggies in front of a professional very, very quickly.
What's your first name, ma'am?
Valerie.
Valerie. Lovely to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm Noel. Grab a seat there for me, Valerie. Thanks very much. All right. Now, I know you've spoken to my colleague.
I did. And I went home and I sort of came to a conclusion yesterday, Noel, that I wanted to proceed with surgery, but I woke up this morning in an entirely different frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need I'm really nervous about this poor darling doggy surgery.
And this doggy's been with you all of his life?
Ever since he was a baba.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah. And he's now 10 and a half.
Yeah.
Can you bring Henry, the golden retriever, up to see me, please? I'm going to go through it with you.
I'm so nervous, I can't
Yeah, no,
tell
I
you
get that. I get that. Are
I'm
you
so
okay if I
nervous.
bring him in
As long
together?
as he doesn't get upset.
No, that's fine. I need to show you, because I think I need to show you what's going on.
Well, you need to know I've had a terrible experience with my other retriever, honey.
I didn't know that.
No, well, that's why I'm so nervous. And
Oh, I
I'm
see.
really, quite distraught.
Okay. Yes? Oh, there he is.
Oh, my baby
There
boy.
he is. There's
Hello,
Mommy.
my
There's Mommy.
darling. Hello,
There's Mommy.
my
There's
darling.
Mommy. There's Mommy.
Hello, my sweetheart.
That's fine. There's Mommy.
Yes, I get very excited. Hello there. That was just half rubber even. So I don't want to end up with a paralysed Henry. I want what's best for Henry, not for me. I'd love to keep him, but I want what's best for him.
The first thing I would absolutely assure you is I've never in my life picked up a scalpel blade if it wasn't in the dog's interest. Have you seen this scan yet?
No.
Because he's getting older, he has discs that are drying out, and the body's response to that is to produce new bone underneath, which is called spondylosis, which is right there.
That's right, yes.
And that's the disc that is bulging into the spinal cord.
Yeah.
So that's the spinal cord.
And that's affecting his leg.
And this is the disc which is squishing the electrical conduction that should be going from his brain up here down to his legs back here.
Yeah.
You can see the spinal cord looks like a target.
Yes.
It's a black outline.
Yes.
And it's got white around it.
Yeah.
So you're looking end on at that.
Yes.
And you're looking around the yellow there.
Yes.
And that white stuff is fluid and fat.
I see.
So that should have loads of room.
Okay.
When we move to the squished side, you can see it has no room.
No, absolutely not.
Yep, you can grab a seat again. So we can see there that that compression is severe. Let's look at a scenario where we do nothing.
What happens?
Myelomalacia, which is the damage to the nerves, will carry on. It's highly likely he gets paralyzed.
Yeah.
It's entirely your decision. Our advice is to operate. So it's not just me, it's the entire neuro department who've already seen him. We do feel that his chances are best served by this surgery. Are there risks? Absolutely. There will be a lot of bleeding. It's not will there be, there will be. Hand on heart, I've personally never had a life-critical bleeding with this surgery, ever.
Well, you make me feel more reassured than I was. I so needed reassurance.
No, I get that. I
really
understand that.
Right, so I leave my boy with you.
Do you want to give him a big cuddle?
No.
Okay. We see lots of older animals at the practice, and the bond of love that they have had with their families over many years is incredible. But we always have to do what's morally and ethically right.
Hey, darling.
Bye-bye,
Off you
Bubba.
go, boy.
Ultimately, every decision has to be in the animal's best interest. You can go straight through and crack on. Thank you. Keep the faith.
I will.
See you later. Bye.
Yes, bye. Much happier. Not much happier. Happier. Obviously, still anxious, but nothing like I was an hour ago.
It's a week since Bluebell arrived at the practice after being hit by a car. Back home in Kent, Mark, Julia and their sons, Liam and Aidan, are missing her.
Your hat. She has.
Even Cinnamon misses her being around as well, the other cat.
Cinnamon, come on. You're okay, come on.
She's just at loose end, isn't she?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's not her normal self.
No.
But then nobody in the family is their normal self right now. I think we're all waiting for our little Bluebell to come home. Excuse me? Bluebell? Bluebell? Bluebell was around 12 weeks when we picked her up from the breeder.
Oh, it's Bluebell, it's a baby. A kitten, not a baby.
When Bluebell first arrived, she immediately hit it off with her Siamese sister, Cinnamon.
They've always got along really well. They've always had a really strong relationship.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
They're people cats.
They are people cats.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
I've said I'll always have a Siamese cat now.
Yeah.
Never be without one now.
No. It's true. Bluebell and Cinnamon are our little girls. Definitely.
At Fitzpatrick's, it's still too soon to know whether Bluebell's leg will recover from the accident.
How you doing, Bluebell? Hi, missus. She'll treat on the night before you go home.
Since her surgery, she's lost her appetite. So Noel's tempting her with a late-night snack.
So Bluebell's been my little pal since she's been in here. She's a very, very social cat. And she loves a bit of company. And I've always believed that cuddles are important for healing. I try not to have favourites, but with her, it's hard not to be a little bit partial. But don't tell anybody else.
Look at the drools on your face. Oh, yuck. Look at it.
Bear, the 95-kilo Mastiff, is being prepped for surgery after being admitted yesterday with a ruptured knee ligament.
It is 100% a team effort when there's large dogs that need to be moved around.
That is toxic, bro.
Big helping muscle arm can be very beneficial to help us move them, particularly once they're anaesthetised or if they're sedated.
I don't think I did much.
He's not the biggest dog I've ever done this surgery on, but he's certainly getting up there. At 95 kilograms, he's got a big knee. Morning. All right, let's do it.
Before Noel operates on the knee, Bear is having an arthroscopy, where a camera is inserted through a needle to check if there is any irreparable damage to the cartilage.
So the femur is moving relative to the tibia there, and that meniscus is staying in place, but that's good.
With the all clear, Noel can now operate on Bear's joint. When one of the two cruciate ligaments ruptures, the joint is inflamed over time, and the femur moves abnormally. By cutting into the bone with a curved saw blade, Noel will rotate the angle of the top of the tibia to create a new slope which will prevent the femur slipping. The bone segment will then be fixed into position using a plate and screws. Due to Bear's large size, he will need an extra plate for reinforcement of the repair.
Okay, we're going to make the cut in the tibia now. Okay, so I've marked on the arc of this circle how much I'm going to move the top segment. I'm going to move this whole segment from this mark back to that mark. That's 11.8 millimeters. We're just going to line up the ankle with the knee, front to back.
With the top of the tibia rotated and accurately aligned, Noel must now fix the bone segments into position.
Because Bear is so big, we've put two plates on here, one in the front and one behind, to hold this top segment in place. Hopefully we've achieved what we set out to achieve, which is to neutralize the tibia shunting forwards on the femur. Yeah, thanks.
It will be several weeks before Noel knows if he's done enough to stabilize Bear's knee. And whether he has given this massive 3-year-old the freedom to run without pain again. It's been a month since Siamese cat Bluebell was hit by a car.
And then let's lift you down.
And she's back in Kent with Mark and Julia.
Have a little walk. That's it. Good girl.
But not everyone has welcomed her home.
Cinnamon, you coming out? You going to say hello to Bluebell?
Bluebell's best friend, Cinnamon, is giving her the cold shoulder.
Cinny. It's as though Cinnamon doesn't know who this cat is.
I think maybe it's the cone, maybe it's the frame on her back.
Oh, do you hear that growling, Mark?
Yeah.
So not like her. She's gone.
She gone. Have a little walk.
The nerve function in Bluebell's hind leg has not improved much.
There is some strength in her foot, we can feel it, but she chooses to just drag it, doesn't she? She likes to crumple her toes under all the time, so I have to continually put her foot straight. Keep walking. It's been quite challenging. We're very keen to see Noel again to get, obviously, his opinion on why she might be doing that. We need to speak to Noel as soon as possible.
Good, we've got this. Fitzpatrick Referrals, Orthopaedics and Neurology, Natalie speaking. Can I help you?
Henry, the golden retriever, is being prepared for his spinal surgery, while his mum, Valerie, waits nervously at home.
You ready, girls? Yeah. Hold it there.
To release the pressure on Henry's spinal cord, Noel must remove as much of the damaged disc material as possible.
So what we do now is we just tease away the material from the spinal cord very gently, like so. Gently pulling it down. It's very fibrous, chronic material. It's been there a very long time.
It's an intricate procedure, which requires a steady hand.
So the big challenge is to get it away without damaging the cord itself. And it looks like that when we get it out. And we're going to close. Hopefully we'll be okay.
Only time will tell if Henry's spinal cord will fully recover.
Good girl.
But Noel wants Valerie to know that Henry has made it safely through the operation.
Hey Valerie, it's Noel here.
Oh, hi, Noel.
So I've done the surgery. Everything went according to plan, you'll be pleased to hear.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. So
well,
he's
all I
through
can
it now and he'll be looked after well tonight, and I'll give you a buzz around lunchtime tomorrow, okay?
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank
Pleasure.
you. Thank you,
You
Noel.
can have a
Thank
drink
you.
of wine now.
I will.
Okay.
A large gin and tonic.
A large tea. Good. All right, take care now.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you think I'm a good dancer? I'm doing the, it's called the body shake. Sorry, I don't know what to say to that.
Sarah Jane is back with friend Kate to collect her beloved bear. After knee surgery 2 days ago, he is ready to continue recovering at home.
Now, who have we got here? Come on, mate. Who's out there? There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Gorgeous boy.
Now, let's walk out here. Okay, so you don't have to really...
To begin with, Sarah Jane will have to walk Bear very carefully.
So basically just, you're going to take that harness with you.
I am I?
Yep,
Good.
and you're just
Okay.
going to grab it like this when you walk in.
Just so he doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is to stop him licking it. And which is your car?
That one.
Good.
He just like walked out. I was expecting to have to lift his backside every time we went for a walk. And no, he's like stood up on his leg and everything.
For the next 6 weeks, he will need to be confined. But it's not going to be easy to find a cage large enough.
He's going to be in a utility room all on his own so that he doesn't jump around with the other dogs. So we have to keep them separate as well. Our next mission is getting him out the back of the car. Because normally he just jumps out, and that's not happening tonight.
Hello, Bluebell. Hello, Bluebell.
After Bluebell, the Siamese cat, was run over 8 weeks ago,
Hi guys, come on in.
the injuries were so severe, Noel warned there could be permanent nerve damage to her hind leg.
Hello, Bluey.
And Julia and Mark are concerned.
Now then, if you hold her shoulders, I'll just check down under here. Okay. Is she walking on it?
We have to keep putting her foot flat. And then other times she'll just drag the leg behind her. It's just dragging.
So there's some muscle wastage here. So that's half the width it should be. Do you remember I told you the fracture fragments spiked into the nerve? So that has damaged that nerve. To save this leg, you're going to have to work hard at it in the next 6 weeks. I'm going to see about getting hydro and physio today. What's your schedule today?
We're all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking the day off today.
Just give me 1 sec.
Don't worry.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, no, I know. But we could see that it was thinner, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's floppy.
And it didn't have the strength.
Noel has arranged for Bluebell's hydrotherapy to start immediately, but there is still no guarantee that it will restore the function of her leg.
Noel said it's very serious. It's going to take a lot of hard work. But to ensure the leg is fully recovered, it means that
in order to save the leg.
To save the leg, yeah, he actually said to save the leg.
He did.
So, yeah, but we're just going to have to do it.
A shock, really.
Yeah.
Come on, Henry. Come on, over here and we'll have a see. I want to pee.
It's the day after Henry's surgery to treat the chronically bulging disc in his spine.
There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Well, Henry's doing good. Oh, yeah, nice big pee. Good boy. This is great for 1 day post-operatively. He's peeing on my sling. Duh. Ugh, schoolboy error. Ugh. He's actually making valiant attempts to walk. Good. That's as good as you can be today, mate. Yes, very good, very good. So Valerie will be pleased because he hasn't had too big a setback from surgery, and hopefully he'll go on from strength to strength now. Come on, mate. Off we go.
Hello.
Hello, Valerie. It's Noel here.
Hello, Noel.
So the boy has bounced back pretty well.
Oh, wonderful. Oh,
He's actually nowhere near as bad as he might have been after surgery.
oh, that's such good news, Noel.
Yeah, so I've just had him out in the garden, and with sling support, he can walk.
Oh, my darling boy. Oh, wonderful.
Wow, it's a long time since I've been called my darling boy. You're welcome. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good. Well, listen, yeah, no, it's happy news. The surgery has not set him back very much at all. Yeah, he's doing very well.
Thank you so much. Oh, God, what good news.
No problem.
Oh, so I'm actually sitting at a friend's house when we're playing tennis. And they're
lovely.
playing without me, which is I don't give a stuff to get this news is wonderful.
Lovely.
Absolutely
Good.
wonderful.
Well,
Thank you.
make sure you win your next tennis game now. I'll be woefully disappointed in you.
Oh, well,
if he's going to run around like a spring chicken, I expect it from you. It's the least you can do.
I'm going to annihilate them all.
Annihilate them. Exactly. Yeah, okay, all right. Listen, I'll see you on Friday. My colleagues will give you a ring each day in the meantime.
Thank you so much. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Take
Noel.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. She's a character.
In Wiltshire, it's 6 weeks since Bear returned home.
When we first brought Bear back, we had him in the back of a Land Rover, and he just didn't want to get out. He was clearly still quite sedated. I got some friends over to help me get him out because he's really heavy. We ended up having to get a forklift round to lift it up with a tailgate and then pull him out on the vet bed because he just didn't want to get out.
Since he's been back, he's been confined to the utility room.
So the first few nights I've been sleeping with Bear in here, and my neighbour was like, you can't do that. So she had some baby monitors, and so we put 2 of them in here with cameras connected to my phone, like you would your children. It's like, think of what you would do for them. I'm just kind of doing it for Bear as well now. Now, just knowing that we can just open the door and there's no Bear, it's like, stop! And he's like, off. He's back to his normal self.
Since he was given the all clear, everyone's just sort of relaxed and everyone's a lot happier.
Come on, Bear. You can do it. Good boy.
It's great now because he's just back to normal. We don't have to worry about going on a lead every time we go out. We can just watch him go and have fun.
Having Bear back here, being able to be with all the other dogs, is just bliss. But clearly, he's now really unfit. So they all run off and he's like, I'm trying to keep up, but he can't. So but it's just nice to be home with him.
Yes, you are. Oh, you like that bit, don't you?
Valerie is back to collect her precious Henry, who's successfully come through his spinal surgery.
I'm here to pick up my darling boy, Henry. He's the oldest dog in the house, so it's just been empty. You know, it's just empty.
Hi, Valerie.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Nice to see
Apologies,
you,
I
Noel.
was on the
That's
phone.
all right. This is my brother,
Hello,
Tony.
how are you? Come with me.
I've got a small gift for you.
Oh, that's terribly kind. Now, Henry is doing well. He is able to walk, although he's wobbly at the moment. So what's going to be needed is some gentle walking, some gentle exercise, some hydrotherapy.
Oh, he will have hydrotherapy?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I open this before
Please
we go
do.
out? Okay. Oh, my darling boys! Look at that, that's brilliant. Brilliant, that is fabulous. I have a shelf in my office where I keep precious things, and this will be a precious, yes, this will be a precious thing. You're so kind. So let's go and reintroduce. Come on, big fella. There we go. There we
Hello,
go.
my darling. You've got me lots of troubles. You've given me lots of troubles. You always were in troubles, weren't you? You're in troubles, you are. He's not a licky dog, I'm pleased to say. Well, to see him smiling and his tail wagging and that he's walking, it's just wonderful, wonderful. There's a lot of work now. We have a lot of work to get him back to normal, if that's ever possible, we hope. But I'm just thrilled, thrilled. Can't say another word for it, really.
Very good. Amazing.
Look at her.
For the last 3 weeks, Bluebell has been having intense hydrotherapy to try to save her hind leg after her accident.
Bluebell for 11:30 with Noel. Take a seat. Thank you very much, guys.
We've invested so much time into her recovery, and I really hope that Noel can see that today.
Because there was a risk that she could still lose her leg, and obviously that would be...
That's what we don't want to
That's the news we really don't want to hear today.
Now, Bluebell.
She's also had an external frame fitted to repair her crushed pelvis. If the pelvic bones have healed, she can have the frame removed today.
Now, Bluebell. There we go. Well done, sweetheart.
Go on, play.
That's great. That's great, Bluebell. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. Tons better. Oh, different cat.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for any better than that. So that's really good. Really good. All right, let's get the frame off, shall we?
The leg will probably never be quite the same as it was, but it's okay. And the work that we've done in the last few weeks has really made a tremendous difference. So it's good. Really good news, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good news. The frame that Bluebell had fitted has really upset the other cat. So we're just hoping home life will just settle back down to what it used to be, and that they're friends and cuddle up again in the same bed. When the frame was removed, Bluebell was so happy. She was rolling about on her back in the sunshine.
She's bonding with all the family again like she did before. And also, I think Cinnamon, once the frame came off, Cinnamon was so much more accepting of Bluebell.
Yes. It's taken a long time to get there, but yeah, now they snuggle up in the same bed and then clean each other, and pretty much how they used to be. Just the odd hiss now and again. Yeah.
Good.
In Tunbridge Wells, Valerie is back with both her darling boys, and finally she can relax again.
It's absolutely fabulous having Henry home. I was so worried, you know, that things would not go according to plan, but they did. Yeah. I know that I was a bit difficult on my first meeting. I was a bit demanding, I must admit, but I dug my heels in because I had had a very unpleasant experience in the past with one of my beautiful boys. They've done a sterling job. Here he is, nearly 11 and, you know, walking around.
Woo, clever boy. You're so clever.
I couldn't be more grateful for the wonderful job that's been done on Henry.